is Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school baseball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the diamond for high school baseball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good afternoon and welcome to Bowling Green High School. High school baseball senior nights this afternoon at Bowling Green as the Bobcats take on the Clopton Hawks. And we got a senior on the bump, our old friend Camden Fisher, one of three seniors for the Bowling Green Bobcats here today.
Yeah, Fish is going to get the start today, and you know he's going to want to put on a good show for senior night. It's his night.
It's his night. And,
that's what we're going to call it.
It is fish night here. Everyone, first 10,000 through the gate get a free fish. I don't know if it's stuffed or fried, but
I was gonna say I don't know if it's gonna stay alive in that little plastic bag with water that we're sending you home with or not. But
that is kind of Camden Fisher size, the carnival goldfish. But should be a good one. EMO matchup here as we get late in the season, and this is the first of a home and home between these two teams. We'll tell you about that when we start the pregame show for you next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to Bowling Green. We've got the Bobcats and the Clopton Hawks in an EMO battle. And mentioned it's senior night, not just Camden Fisher, a senior for Bowling Green. You also have Gavin Potter and Alex Miller. They'll start 1, 2, 3 in the lineup here this afternoon. So a nice send-off for them in one of their final games of the season. And this is actually the first of a home and home with the Clopton Hawks as they added a game between these two next week.
Yes, so they will play each other again, but this is the one that was scheduled this season, so this is the one that matters for the EMO conference. The next time that these two square off, I believe it's on Monday, you're going to just run into getting some games in before the end of the season and getting ready for districts.
Not a back-to-back, but a home and home. Bowling Green, there's a few games for Clopton in between, including Van Far coming up tomorrow. So trying to fit a lot of things in and get the games required under your belts before we get into district tournaments, which start on the 11th for Clopton at least.
Yeah, and so those games will begin at noon on Thursday. So next Thursday is when those games will be taking place. If you haven't had the opportunity to do so already, we have those district brackets, the ones that have been released so far, on KJFMradio.com on our scoreboard page.
And a lot of our teams are going to be in that Silex district. I think everybody from this area, with the exception of Ellsbury and Bowling Green, are going to be in that Silex district.
Yep, and it's a good district, too. You get to see all of these EMO conference teams again, and so sometimes seeing them for a second time or maybe even a third time is the time that the better team gets the win.
And again, you can find those brackets on our website, kjfmradio.com. Looks like Clopton has finished their infield, so we're getting closer to the ball game here on senior night. So we'll take a break, come back with your keys to the game after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And the coaches exchanging lineup cards at home plate, so something tells me we're going to get this game going a couple minutes before 5 o'clock. So quick keys to the game. Bowling Green, they can't let that snowball continue downhill.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times this season where they've come out with a pretty good start and then all of a sudden it's just one little error that collects and then it turns into 3-4 runs. And so they can't do that today and can't let Clopton hang around.
And Clopton, they've got to string some hits together. They got to keep that lineup moving if they're going to want to compete.
Yeah, that heart of their lineup, if they can get to that as many times as they need to, take those free bases and everything, they will be in a pretty good spot because your 3, 4, 5 hitters are definitely going to clean it up.
Those are our keys to the game. We'll check the starting lineups after this between Clopton and Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
Hi, this is Amy at Community State Bank of Missouri. Did you know we offer health savings accounts? If you have a high deductible health plan, you may qualify for a health savings account. HSAs are designed to help you save your money to help pay your deductible. Talk to your employer about our health savings account and let them know you want to keep your money right here at home. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a Taste of Philly.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups, first for the Clopton Hawks, Coach Tony Francis puts out this lineup. They'll lead it off with the catcher, number 3, Jordan Genuine, then the shortstop, number 4, Tyler Kuntz. Batting in the 3 spot is the pitcher, number 8, Tyler Jarrett. Then the center fielder batting cleanup, number 11, Adam Lindsay. DH in the 5 spot, number 24, John Grillo. Then the first baseman, number 18, James Matheny. Batting 7th is number 21, the right fielder, Malik Marshall. Then the second baseman, number 13, Mikey Mayaro. And the third baseman rounds out the batting order, number 44, Tucker Salmons. And flexing in left field is number 33, Chris Ferguson. For the Bowling Green Bobcats, Coach Matt Jane sends out the center fielder in the top spot, number 31, senior Gavin Potter. Another senior batting second, the pitcher, number 1, Camden Fisher. And the final senior playing left field batting third is number 3, Alex Miller. Cleanup hitter today is the third baseman, number 33, Lucas Jennings. And the right fielder, number 5, Walker Chandler. Shortstop in the 6th spot, number 13, Zach Gibson. And the first baseman, number 11, Eli Grody. Catcher bats 8th, number 8, Dane Dunn. And the DH in the 9th spot, number 4, Brady Huber. And flexing at second base is number 9, Lucas Dick. So there's your starting lineups for both these teams for this conference matchup from Bowling Green on senior night between the Bobcats and the Clopton Hawks.
Should be a great game today. It's a good day for baseball. I don't see as much wind kicking up some dust on the field as we did yesterday, which is always a perk.
That flag is perfectly still in center field.
So you're going to have to earn your home run today.
Exactly. Teams taking the field while Clopton down the first base line after being introduced. Bowling Green being introduced as they run out position by position onto the field. So we'll take a break, come back with baseball in just minutes on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MerBK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting merbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite.
A meal ready for you before or after the game. And game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Set the defense for Bowling Green ahead of the first pitch across the outfield. It's Alex Miller in left, Gavin Potter in center, Walker Chandler's in right, Lucas Jennings at third baseman, Zach Gibson at short, Lucas Dick at second base, and Eli Grody over at first. Dane Dunn behind the plate, and Camden Fisher throwing his warm-up tosses for the Bowling Green Bobcats. The needed a little more juice out of the little pig nose amp down there during the national anthem.
Needed a little something. I think that he does a good job.
Yes, he does, but I couldn't hear it too well.
No, I think it would sound even better if I could hear it a little bit better up here.
Exactly.
We have an air conditioner, headsets, everything.
Yeah, I'm not coming out of the booth to hear a guitar solo.
Absolutely not.
Bobcats 8-11, so they've fallen a couple games below 500, and the Hawks just 5 wins on the season, so they're looking to get on track before next week's district tournament.
They did get a higher seeding in their district. They received the 3 seed, so they have a little bit of an edge where they can come into a good district game there, especially that opening round. So they do have their work cut out for them. We saw some pretty good and competitive teams down there at that district last year.
Where are we at? Harrisburg won? Or was it Westran?
Westran.
Okay, and then Silex was the 2 and Clopton the 3. So there's your top 3 seeds. Congratulations to Coach Griffin for picking up his 100th career win the other night at Louisiana.
Yeah, that's impressive, and he's been with that program since 2008.
Even though he's a Cubs fan, even though he's a Blackhawks fan.
Even though he's from Chicago. We do love him.
I've got family from Chicago. Not my favorite family members, but, you know.
I'm not going to lie. Chicago is one of my favorite places.
It's not bad. I just hate all their teams. I take that back. I like the Bulls, or I've always liked the Bulls. You know, you can't hate Jordan. And then the White Sox, I kind of got a special place for them.
I have a special place in my heart for the White Sox, but there are some players. There are some players on the Cubs that I like. I don't like that they wear Cubs colors.
Nope, can't say I like any of the Cubs players. Even if you played 20 years for the Cardinals.
Come on.
Nope. The closest, and we talked about this yesterday, was Mark Grace, but I thought of him as Turncoat from St. Louis. All right, Jordan Genuine steps in, and Camden Fisher's first pitch is in for a strike called, and we're underway here on senior night at Bowling Green. And a 0-1 count to the Clopton catcher. This one, line back up the middle, a base hit. Leadoff hit for Genuine. And Clopton gets the first base runner of the afternoon. That'll bring in Tyler Kuntz.
Just looked like that pitch kind of hung over the center of the plate, and he was able to drive it back at the pitcher. Fisher got through to center field for the single.
Speaking of White Sox, these Clopton uniforms just always remind me of the White Sox road uniform. Says that one's a swing and a miss. The ball gets away. As Dunn is the catcher this afternoon.
Looked like it hit off his shoe and then booted over his shoulder to the net, but he lost it, so. Did get the swing, though, from Kuntz.
It's the first time we've seen Dunn instead of Milosevic behind the plate. That one goes up high. It's even the count at a ball and a strike.
Not sure what Rowan has going on, but I did see him in like a wrap or something, like a splint maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like maybe thumb or maybe a pinky or something.
This one popped up foul out of play.
And
no effort. Yeah.
No one moved for that one. Somebody will get it. It's
Yep.
going to roll back down the hill.
Yeah, we got a little girl chased after it. 1-2 the count to Kuntz. Runner on second, nobody out. Fish looking for the K. The pitch swung on and missed. Hung on to by Dunn. That's the first out.
Sometimes,
good pitch.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes him a little bit to settle in, and he was able to find a corner there to get the strikeout.
And Tyler Jarrett will be the batter. And that's on the inside corner for strike one with the fastball. Fish rode that inside, got the call. Runner at second, one down now. This one fouled, and nice dance from Tony Francis in the third base box.
Especially battling the sun right now. His hands were over his head, saw it coming his way, dancing around over there.
0-2 the count to Jarrett with Adam Lindsay on deck. Fisher from the stretch, comes set, kicks and delivers. Just missed high with the curveball, didn't get the bite on it. It's 1-2. Runner takes his lead off second. And that one goes over the head and back to the screen, but right back to the catcher. But Genuine's going to get into third with a late slide.
Mm-hmm. It was a good toss down to the bag from Dane Dunn. A little high, not great for applying a tag, but
couldn't have got a better carom. Now a 2-2 pitch, and that one's up high. Count goes full to Jarrett. Fish would love the strikeout or a pop-up on the infield. Or maybe something right back to him. The 3-2 pitch. This one grounded to the shortstop. Runner freezes. They throw to first and get the out. 6-3 on the putout. And Jarrett is retired. Gibson did a good job kind of looking at that runner even before he had the ball and then got his focus back, made the play. That's when you got to break on contact, though, if you're the runner at third. But there was less than 2 out, so he stays put. And Lindsay takes a ball high.
He's had some pretty good jumps over there, good leadoff, but that was just in an opportune spot to really make the break towards home. You don't want to be the third out there.
There's a strike called. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Adam Lindsay. He's the center fielder. Where's number 11? Curveball popped up. Going to stay on the field of play. Shortstop Gibson calls off the third baseman Jennings and makes the catch to retire the side. Clopton leaves a runner at third here in the top of the first inning. No score. Bowling Green coming up on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Hanel's Service Station, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Set the defense for Clopton ahead of the bottom of the first inning. It's Chris Ferguson in left, Adam Lindsay in center, Malik Marshall is the right fielder. Tucker Salmons is the third baseman, Tyler Kuntz at short, Mikey Mauro at second base, and James Matheny at first. Jordan Genuine behind the plate, and Tyler Jarrett taking his warm-up tosses. Ahead of the first pitch to Gavin Potter. So a good start for Camden Fisher after he gives up the leadoff hit. That runner makes it all the way over to third base, but is stranded there. Got that infield pop-up after a ground ball to short to get out of the inning.
And that's tough to do, and having that runner at third base with there was one out at the time, and then able to record the second, and then the final, the third. But there was one out and that runner at third base, and so that was really tough for him to get out of, but he was able to do it.
So Potter, Fisher, and Miller, the seniors for Bowling Green here on senior night.
31, Gavin Potter.
They've moved the seniors' music down to, I guess, the dugout. Their walk-up songs for senior night, at least.
I'm wondering if parents selected.
That's a possibility. That is a distinct possibility as Jarrett delivers a ball high. And we're underway in the bottom of the first inning.
That was right through the glove of Genowine. He was very lost as to how it got to the backstop.
1-0. Hit in the air. To short right on the run. It's dropped. In fact, was that the hat that came off the center fielder as Lindsey cut in front of Malik Marshall. And that's going to be an error on Adam Lindsey.
Adam Lindsey went to jump up and try to make that catch in front of Marshall. Fully spread all the way out with his arm and his glove, and it drops right between the two of them.
That's where a little communication goes a long way. So runner at first. See if Fish is trying to move him over. And he is bunting. It's in the air and will drop in foul territory. Drop that down late.
He was trying to bunt for a base hit, probably trying to get it down the third baseline. That would have been best for him, and just gets his bat head and lets it kind of fall.
Yeah, pitch was a little elevated, a little outside, and instead of going down the third baseline, he went to first as they check on the runner, and back in safely is Potter.
That was like a sideways belly flop from Potter. I don't think his footing was right. Wasn't able to dive back like he wanted.
And the next is outside. Runner goes, and the throw is off to the first base side of second, a stolen base for Potter. 1-1 count to Camden Fisher. Now runner in scoring position with nobody out. And Jarrett's next. Heads to the plate. That one's up high, 2-1. Two balls, one strike, nobody out for the Bobcats. This one is grounded to the second baseman who moved the runner over. And that's the first out. So productive out for Fisher. Now a runner at third with one out. Both teams same situation. Let's see if Bowling Green can get him across. Miller digs in.
I'm trying to listen to see what each person has. The first one was Madagascar, right?
I didn't hear it at all, actually. This one is hit in the air. Is it deep enough to get the runner home? Backing up is Lindsey. Tagging and coming home is Potter, and it's 1-0 Bowling Green on a sacrifice fly by Alex Miller. So the three seniors produce a run to start this ball game. Jennings will come up with the bases empty and two outs, but with a 1-0 lead. There's a strike called at the letters. 0-1. The next is grounded past the shortstop. Diving was Kuntz, came up empty, and it's a 2-out hit.
Kuntz plays pretty close into that grass.
Now batting, number 5.
And anything to that 5-6 hole, he's going to have to go back and over, and that's going to be really tough. So if Bowling Green can hit to that left side of the field, they're probably going to be pretty successful.
Brings in Walker Chandler. And hit him. I think at the shoulder or the helmet. It sounded like a shoulder.
It was a shoulder right near his helmet. I think he was trying to protect the chin area as he kind of shrugged upwards.
That'll bring in Gibson now with 2 on and 2 out. And now having to hold a runner at second will create an even bigger hole there between short and third.
We know he's athletic and he can move, but that's a lot of ground to cover.
Mm-hmm. That one fouled back to the screen on the first pitch to Gibson. Bowling Green a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. And the 0-1 pitch to Gibson. Fouled back to us. Over the press box and out of play, 0-2. Gibson will have to shorten up here to try and continue this inning. Jarrett's 0-2 pitch on the way. And that hit him. And the bases are loaded. That got up near the bill of the helmet.
Good job by the Bobcats turning the right way to avoid that not-so-fun injury that could be possible.
We saw it yesterday. An 0-2 fastball to the back ended up being a run.
Mm-hmm.
For Pleasant Hill Western. We'll see what happens here, and that is a ball outside on the first pitch to Eli Grody. So 7th man to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, but still just a 1-0 lead for Bowling Green. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Grody kind of has what looks like a left-handed swing from the right-hand side of the box.
Popped up. Will it stay on the field of play? First baseman wants it in foul territory, and Matheny makes the grab to retire the side. So 7 Bobcats come to the plate, but only 1 run crosses. They leave the bases loaded, so it's a 1-0 Bowling Green lead. So we head to the second. Clopton coming up on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Cliff and Cara at Show Me Caviar and State Farm in Pittsfield.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Hawks who try and pull even here. Grillo, Matheny, and Marshall. If anyone gets on, Mayaro will bat for the Hawks here in the top of the second.
They were able to get something going at the start of this ball game, but they were shut down by Fisher and some solid defense from the shortstop, Zach Gibson.
And a big opportunity for Bowling Green with the bases loaded, but couldn't get that 2-out hit after back-to-back hitters were hit by a pitch. So this is still just a 1-0 ball game. Very easy for Clopton to pull even, but the DH in there, Grillo, to face Fisher. And Camden's first pitch, curveball, fouled back on a chop to the screen.
Head off the shin guard of Dane Dunn. Bounce down that third baseline towards the net. But he was looking for it. He thought that he had held on.
This one hit up the middle and caught by the second baseman. Throw over is in time. That ball just kind of hung up for Lucas Dick. It looked like it was going to go into short center field. Dropped it about 2 foot in front of him. He picked it up and threw to Grody for the out.
He actually went down on one knee, threw all the way around his body because his momentum was still carrying towards second base. He was able to come to a complete stop at the expense of putting a knee down to throw over.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Matheny. The only Matheny in the lineup today for the Hawks. They've got 2. And this one is hit into short left. Creeping in on it was Alex Miller, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Using his defense today. His fish.
And that's probably his best game plan. He's not going to overpower many hitters, so put it up there and get those lazy fly balls and those easy ground outs. Marshall, the batter, and he takes a strike. Looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. This one nubbed at the plate, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the base is empty as Marshall digs back in. That one outside, a ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2, grounded up the middle. Gibson there, throw to first. Good stretch at first base by Grody, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Clopton Hawks in the top of the second inning. Still 1-0 Bobcats on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
1-0 Bowling Green leading Clopton as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be 8-9-1. Dane Dunn, Brady Huber, back to the top for Gavin Potter.
Number 8.
And there's a rabbit on the softball field. Little baby bunny. Just went in the visitor's dugout.
What was it, a skunk in Louisiana's dugout last week?
Yep, that's right.
You don't see that often. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, a lot of woods surrounding Wallace Park as that ball is up high, and we're underway in the bottom of the second. 1-0 count to Dane Dunn. From the full wide, Tyler Jarrett delivers. This one is hit down the line, giving chase. Marshall lost his hat, but the ball bounces in front of him. Caught it barehanded on a bounce.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
He was coming full force towards the fence, was able to stop that on the one hop.
Yeah, I think he saw the fence and put on the brakes. 1-1 the count. 2 Dunn, the catcher this afternoon. The next from Jarrett. Called a strike on the inside corner.
Jarrett's pitching motion is pretty quick at the start, but then it kind of slows down as he allows his arms to extend and get to that full spot. His kick is fast.
This one grounded to the third baseman under his glove, picked up by the shortstop, throw across, pulls him off the bag. I'm going to hit on that one.
Yeah, that was a tough spot.
Number 4.
I think maybe Tucker Salmons got called off on that one almost. He raised up like he was letting Coons have it. Brings in the number 9 hitter, Brady Huber. His walk-up music kind of brings me back to the state champion Lady Cats softball team as the pitch goes back to the screen. And the runner goes down to second. 1-0 the count to Huber. Whose walk-up was that on that team? That's going to bug me the rest of the game as this one's lined and off the glove of Marshall in right field. Huber will stop at first, all the way to third. Goes Dunn, and there's runners at the corners. That's an error on the right fielder.
Hit him right in his glove, but he never was able to get that full squeeze. And his momentum was continuing to carry him to the line, so that's why that ball traveled as far as it did.
Now Potter, a good spot here. Already up 1-0. No outs. Runners at first and third. You would think they'd take second pretty early in the count. This one grounded to the second baseman. Mayaro up with it. They'll get the out there. Run scores. Runner down to second, and it's 2-0 Bowling Green.
Now batting number 1, Camden Fisher.
That'll bring in Fisher.
Wondering if hit and run was on, but coming up to a pause was Huber. When that ground ball was hit, he didn't want to get hit by it, but slowed him down.
Threw a screen on Mikey Mayaro, and the Clopton second baseman did a good job staying with that ball. This one also grounded to the second baseman. Up his chest, recovers, throws to first. They get the out, trying to advance to third, and the throw is offline. And Huber into third base now with 2 outs. Another productive ground out for Camden Fisher. And another chance for Alex Miller. He has a sacrifice fly today. It's already 1 RBI. A lot of room up the middle. Here with 2 outs. That one off the outside corner for ball 1. Huber was a lot quicker from second to third than he was from first to second.
Not as hesitant.
That one up high, 2 balls, no strikes. Miller's the left fielder. Where's number 3? Jarrett comes set. From the stretch delivers, and this one is hit over the shortstop, an RBI for Miller, his second RBI of the ball game, and it's 3-0.
Falling down in center field before he even got to the ball was Lindsey. Don't know if his feet got tripped up.
Maybe need some longer cleats.
Maybe.
Bring in Lucas Jennings. Runner at first, 2 outs. Runner stays, this one grounded. Backhanded by Kuntz. Picks it up, throws across, and the throw not in time now gets away. And the runner will advance to third.
We calling that in the 5-6 hole? Is that an infield hit? Or
I'm going infield hit. I think he beat it out.
Yeah.
Now batting number 5, Walker.
I think Kuntz did a good job just to get to that ball.
Yeah.
Like you said, going backwards and toward third base.
It's really tough to play that position anyways. I think shortstop needs to be playing deeper.
Yeah.
Come up on a ball, read the hops a little bit better. Trying to stop anything from going to the outfield.
So with Jennings at first, Miller at third, Walker Chandler takes a ball. And a 1-0 count. The next from Jarrett. This one hit over the third baseman into left field. It's down. Another run comes in. Got to try for third, and making it there standing up is Jennings. It's an RBI for Walker Chandler. And they just move around a little bit. Still runners at first, and actually advanced to second on that, on the throw. So Gibson, a chance here with 2 outs.
3 runs have already come across the score just here in the second inning. Bowling Green leads this ball game 4-0, as they want to talk about it.
So a slow walk out to the mound for Tony Francis. Whole infield on top of the hill. Genuine doing a little landscaping for his pitcher as they discuss this situation. Second and third, 2 outs, and 3 runs have crossed for the Bobcats.
In his last at-bat, Walker Chandler was hit, so he was able to get that single to left field with an RBI, but also being hit in his last at-bat was Zach Gibson. So let's see if he can improve with that. But Jarrett also needs to settle down as they have 2 outs. They just need 1 more, and 1 pitch could get him out of that.
Yeah, that hit by pitch was funky off the bill of his helmet. This one hit over the second baseman. 1 run in, another one's going to cross. And it's going to be 6-0 Bowling Green on a 2-run single by Zach Gibson.
They've really earned their hits here with some hard line drives to the outfield and finding holes.
So Grody will be the batter. If he can get on, they'll bat around here in the bottom of the second inning. He's the 9th man to come to the plate in this frame. He takes a strike. Dunn, who led off the inning, is on deck. 0-1. Runner goes. Pitch up high. Throwing from his knees is Genuine. Nowhere close. Count even. Stolen base.
Not a bad toss, but like you said, it wasn't close at all. Just a 1-hopper to the bag, but it was in front of the bag. Sliding to the back makes it a tough tag.
Just kind of flailing at that one was Grody. Fouls it back to the screen. And it's 0-2. And the next is outside. It's actually a 1-2 pitch. Now it's 2-2.
Good stop, though, by Genuine. That was almost out of the left-hand batter's box. That's how far it went outside to the right-handed Grody.
That low. Tough take there. He did it. Scoreboard has to count at 2-2. We'll agree with that until we find out otherwise. Runner goes toward third, and that is strike 3 called on the outside corner. Ends the inning. So Bowling Green sends 9 men to the plate, score 5 times, extend their lead to 6-0. With 2 innings complete, Clopton coming up in the third after this on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
5-run second inning for Bowling Green. They lead Clopton 6-0, and if the Hawks want to get back in this ball game, they've got to start pretty quick.
And Fisher has been working pretty quick. He's been able to be pretty efficient from the bump today already. He's allowed a couple of hits, but other than that, he's been pretty solid.
Yeah, and his offense is helping him out. A lot of real loud line drives into the outfield.
Yep, and as you mentioned, his defense helping him out. His offense is helping him out, and just been a good performance already for the Bobcats.
Mauro hits that one back to the backstop for strike 1. So it's 8-9-1 for the Hawks. That's how it started for Bowling Green last inning with hits from the 8 and 9 men. That one just hung up a bit high. Fish didn't get the call.
Some good framework there from Dane Dunn.
The 1-1. Same spot. Called a strike.
Well, there's your freebie, I guess.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And sticking the bat out there, hitting it to right is Mayaro, and making the catch on the run, snow cone style, is Walker Chandler.
He said, look what I found as that ball continued to carry. It was a line drive that had a little bit of a funky spin on it, but it just wanted to head towards the wall. He had to reroute.
And that one spun in his glove, too. You saw the white of the ball out the top of the glove. He just squeezed enough as a swing and a miss by Tucker Salmons. 1 strike. Here's the count. He wags the bat, comes set, and takes a pitch inside to even things up at 1-1.
Looked like he missed a spot. Dunn had to go across his body for that one.
That one fouled back. Good rip at that one from Tucker Salmons, and it's a 1-2 count.
Not necessarily wind blowing dirt around on the field, but whenever Dunn is hopping up, I think this is the most clouds of dust that we've seen on this field, though.
Swing and a miss, and Salmons goes down. For the second out, we go back to the top of the order for Jordan Genowine, who led off the ball game with a single to center field. Was stranded on third.
I think it was the first strike that he saw in that at-bat. Not necessarily the first pitch, but he was able to see one that he liked and drive it right back up the middle.
Called first strike. Fish shaking off the signs. Now he has one he likes and spins that one in for strike 2. You can see a little flick there from Camden Fisher. Has him set up. The 0-2 pitch.
Ooh.
Just high. That's a tough take. That's a pitch that has been a strike in this inning. Now a 1-2 count. Reaching out and over the shortstop. Gibson gave it a good run, but yielded, and it's a 2-out hit. Second hit of the ball game.
Looked like it was just maybe a step ahead of Gibson going back, and so he made a good run at it, as you mentioned, but was just one step too slow to get a glove up.
Brings in Tyler Kuntz with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Check on that runner, and back in safely with a head first slide is Genowine, who gets tagged a couple more times by Eli Grody. Kuntz back in the box. Fish comes set from the stretch, delivers. Runner goes, throw high, and a stolen base for Genowine.
He also stole second base his last time on the bases, and both times he's had a single that led to that stolen base, so if he gets in scoring position this next time here, be just like his last appearance.
Sticking the bat out, grounding to second. Dick up with it. Throw to Grody, and that's the third out. 4-3 on the putout. And again, Genowine left in scoring position out there at second base. 6-0 Bobcats as they come to bat in the bottom of the third on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ's Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Again, 8-9-1 for Bowling Green. Dunn Huber back to the top for Potter. 6-0 Bobcats. So we start playing the bottom of the third. Clopton had their 2-game winning streak snapped with a 12-0 loss to Wright City on the 27th. Before that, that was their best 2 offensive games of the year, a 13-7 win at Canton and a 14-2 win at Mark Twain. So the offense looked like they were starting to turn it around, and then they get shut out against Wright City, who we know is a tough team.
Oh, yeah, we watched them play here, and it was just a really tough game. We saw them put up a tough game against Louisiana as well.
Ball on the first pitch to Dane Dunn. Pitch number 39 from Tyler Jarrett is hit in the air, foul territory, hanging up, and it is a foul ball. Dropped in between the left fielder and shortstop.
The sliding left fielder was Ferguson, and Tyler Kuntz and was also crashing in, and it dropped right between them, but it was right near that line where you didn't know if it was going to be fair or foul.
Yeah. The Bobcats have lost their last two, 11-1 at Lutheran St. Charles and 11-0 here against Hannibal. So offense looking a lot better here today. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. And retired for the first time this afternoon is Dane Dunn.
Some good spin to that pitch, and Dunn went chasing. Wasn't able to get his timing down, and that's a strikeout. That's the second strikeout in a row, actually, because Eli Grody ended the inning, the second inning, with a looking K, and you have a swinging K here.
That'll bring in Brady Huber. That is a green bat.
See, I see yellow, like a neon yellow, highlighter yellow. You see green?
That's a green bat.
I see highlighter yellow.
Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Like a lime. And we'll see if he can put the lime in the coconut here on 1-1. Swing and a miss.
You can't say that. You're going to jinx it.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the swing and miss by Huber, and Jared has him set up. And that is strike 3 called.
Make that 3 strikeouts in a row.
To the backward variety.
Back to the top of the lineup.
Gavin Potter will bat with the bases empty and 2 outs. Long look in. And the pitch up and in under the elbows of Gavin Potter for ball 1.
Potter hit a ground ball to second base his last at bat. Before that, he had a single to right field on a ball that just kind of dropped in.
That one misses in the dirt, back to the screen, 2-0. The Bobcats have scored in each of the first 2 innings, but have the bases empty with 2 outs here. The 2-0 pitch off the glove of Genuine, back to the screen, 3 balls and no strikes.
If he holds on to that one, that's another strike.
.47 pitches in the books for Tyler Jarrett. And from the full line, delivers a 3-0 pitch. That one fouled out of play. Look out.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the girls down there, a token move to get out of the way of that one.
It was right between them. They were just sitting on phones, and that'll get you to wake up.
Yeah. So now a 3-1 count. This one past the first baseman into right field. Charging in on it is Malik, but he was thinking for a second maybe of trying to throw him out, but the ball died on him in the grass, and now Camden Fisher will have to do something here with 2 outs. He's grounded out twice. Both have been productive, but with 2 outs, he can't do that here.
Bobcats have been staying back, driving the ball to right field. Gavin Potter is the perfect example of that. He's hit it to the right side of the field every single time. That one probably the highest quality of hit.
Good pick, and the runner caught stealing. Genuine opened his eyes. The ball was in his glove. He throws down and catches Potter stealing. So Fish will have to lead off the next inning. That's 3 innings in the books. Bowling Green leads Clopton 6-0. And Maddie will tell you about the 4th when we come back on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
High school baseball on the air this afternoon. It is 6-0. Bowling Green is leading the Clopton Hawks on senior night here at Bowling Green High School. Now in to pitch for the Bobcats is Alex Miller. So we have a couple of changes on the field and some moving around. I believe that is Zach Gibson over at third base now. Camden Fisher now takes his spot at shortstop. Lucas Dick is at second base. Lucas Jennings is at first base. So.
And Eli Grody goes from first out to left field to round out all these changes for the Bobcats.
So Miller and Fisher, both seniors, both pitchers, so they're getting their due diligence, their time today for senior night. And so it is going to be 3, 4, 5 due up for the Clopton Hawks. It'll be their first time seeing Mr. Miller from the bump today. And he's ready to go. So in steps Tyler Jarrett. So a pitcher versus pitcher matchup. That ball carries inside for ball number 1.
That's rough. You only get one time through against the starter, and they bring in a fireballer.
Make it 2 balls, no strikes as that one extends Dane Dunn's arm as high as it can go before he actually had to stand up, carrying it out of the zone. So 2-0 to Jarrett, and now 2-1 as that one found the middle of the plate.
Kind of tailed off inside, still got the call.
The next pitch from Miller. This one is hit to the shortstop, Camden Fisher. He's up with it, makes the throw to first base. Lucas Jennings receives it, and that is out number 1 to start the top of the 4th inning.
6-3 on the put out. Nice play by Camden. Waited on it. Didn't go after that in-between hop and made a strong throw across. His arm's still loose from pitching the first 3 innings of this ball game.
Didn't throw a curve over there. That ball's inside, causing Adam Lindsay to duck out of the way. So having a little bit of trouble with control. 1-0. Pitch from Miller. Squaring to bunt and bunting it down the line. Stopped by Lucas Jennings. He'll make the easy tag of Lindsay.
Nothing easy about that. That was almost a big-time collision.
So now 2 outs. Making quick work.
Not a bad idea. He just couldn't push it, I think, far enough or deaden it to where the first baseman didn't get it. Kind of in between. And Jennings, who just switched from third to first, makes a good play. And protected the ball with his bare hand.
Now stepping into the batter's box is the designated hitter, Grillo. He jumps out of the way of that one. That's ball 1. Every batter has started off with the ball.
Yeah, a ball up and in, too.
That'll get you acquainted quickly. 1-0. 1-1 as this one's fouled back to the net.
It's a good rip.
Yeah, Dane Dunn hops up, tosses it back out to his pitcher, Miller. But a good read on that pitch from Grillo. So he digs back in on that right-hand side of the batter's box. Sees the next pitch. He chops it into his chest. As it bounced off home plate, it sounded like. 1-2. Timing is just a little off.
Exactly what you said. He started running and ran his chest right into that ball and still in foul territory.
That one escapes the zone and nearly escapes the glove of Dane Dunn. Evens this count up. 2-2 with 2 outs. Nobody on for the Hawks. Swing and a miss. Some high heat gets him to chase. That's a strikeout and the first one for Miller today. It's 6-0. The Bobcats lead the Hawks on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Loyalty Dogs, Crazy Ladies Garden Center, and Niebuhr Funeral Homes.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bottom of the 4th inning here. Senior night at Bowling Green High School as they are hosting the Clopton Hawks. It is 6-0 as we are near the top of the lineup for Bowling Green, as it is Camden Fisher who will step in. He's hit a ground ball to second base both of his last at-bats. So
both of them moved a runner from second to third.
They've been productive outs, but he'd like to see something in a hole fallen if he can. First pitch taken on the outside corner.
Ooh.
And somehow it's a ball.
He went to raise the hand about 3 separate times, couldn't do it.
Fooled him. 1-0 to Fish. Same spot. He gets the call that time. 1-1.
Schedule change for Bowling Green. This is not their final home game, even though it is senior night. The game against Warrenton that was scheduled for Friday at 4:30 has been moved to Thursday at 4:30.
This one's one-hopped to the shortstop, and on the throw, it was a nice one over, but reaching too early was James Matheny. So Fish is on. That's an error on the first baseman.
Yeah, all the way. He just squeezed the glove early, like you said, and puts a man on in front of Alex Miller. So the Bowling Green Warrenton game will now be played tomorrow at 4:30. And we're going to have a pitching change, I believe.
This is that second visit.
Tony Francis came out pointing around, and I think it's going to be Tyler Kuntz getting the ball coming in from shortstop.
So while he warms up, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more baseball on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Hanel's Service Station, and Lynn's Heritage House.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
At the plate is Alex Miller. Tyler Kuntz is now on the bump for the Clopton Hawks. At first base, Camden Fisher. He has a good little jump over there. There's no outs, just that runner on first base for Bowling Green. And 1 ball on the batter, Miller. Make that ball 2 as that one heads near the ground, but pulled up by Genowine.
Kuntz and Tyler Jarrett just switched spots. So Tyler Jarrett is now the shortstop for Clopton.
That one also at the bottom of the zone. 3-0 on that 3-spot hitter. Fisher made his way to first base on an error, and that's in for strike 1 to Miller. 3-1.
So some early pitching changes for both teams.
That one's in the dirt. Ball 4. So 5 pitches, 4 of them have been balls out of the hand of Tyler Kuntz.
And Kuntz is already looking in for the sign. His catcher's standing straight up. The batter was still walking up from the on-deck circle.
You know he's tough on himself. We've seen him through sports throughout the last few years, and good athlete, good kid, but he's tough on himself. And he gets a strike there. That's one way to start that 4-hole hitter off. Runners at first and second for the Bobcats. Lucas Jennings has the opportunity to knock him in. This one is chopped down that right field line and heads over the fence, the first base fence, so foul.
That hit the light standard on the football field and came back and cracked some guy in the back.
Oh.
He's like, what?
Went for a joyride.
That was past me.
This one fouled. Stepping out of the box was Lucas Jennings, and just right off the end of his bat goes back to the screen. 2 strikes.
That screen were a foot shorter. That one would have cracked us in the front.
0-2 on the batter, Jennings. Kuntz will take a look at Fish, who's dancing around at second base, and that one's in the dirt, but a good scoop by Genowine.
Real good.
He reads those hops really well.
Yeah, he was able to catch a runner stealing last inning. Actually ended the inning with a pick like that behind the plate.
Kuntz throws this one onto the outside corner, and it's fouled off by Lucas Jennings to stay in this at bat. So they'll try 1-2 again as Genowine catches that foul ball that was tossed back in, the one that hit the guy in the back.
Yeah.
1-2 count on Jennings. Off speed, and it stays at the top of the zone, 2-2.
That one was meant to bite down and to the right away from the right-handed hitter. Didn't happen.
This one, it hit hard and into right field, and it's dropping. It's over the head of the right fielder, Malik Marshall. 1 run comes around to score. That's Fish. Here comes another. Miller is right on his coattails and into third base safely. Standing up is Lucas Jennings. So he clears the bases. 2 runs come across. It's now 8-0. Bowling Green leads.
Yeah, Fish about got run over.
I think he knew that he didn't have to push it, and that's exactly what happened. He didn't push it.
Yeah, about got Alex Miller up his back.
First pitch to Walker Chandler. He swings big, misses. He swings big again, blows it past him.
0-2 the count, runner at third. Nobody out.
That one taken for a ball. Had some good bite to it, though, didn't it?
And again, the umpire was wanting to raise that hand, said, no, it's just a little bit outside. That's what I was doing.
The next pitch. Oh, taking that one. He swung at the last 2 because they were in the strike zone. He watches that one, and it's called for a ball.
Yeah, it was very close to being strike 3, just a little bit high.
Now you really got to be careful. 2-2. Kuntz, the windup. Woo! Good pitch. Had some break to it. Went into that other batter's box. Got Chandler to chase. It's a strikeout.
Coming to the plate, number 13.
Yeah, Walker Chandler guessed wrong, was way out in front of that pitch.
Tried to protect as he could, but he got fooled. So that is the first out of the inning as Gibson steps in and takes strike 1.
Nice pitch on the corner. Good fastball to get ahead.
He had a single to right field his last at bat. This one is hit back to the pitcher, Kuntz. He fields his position. Lucas Jennings stays at third base, and thrown out at first base is Gibson.
1-3 on the put out. Kuntz to Matheny for out number 2.
So that brings Eli Grody to the plate. In his last at bat, he faced Jarrett, and that was when Jarrett went on a strikeout rampage.
Mm-hmm.
So they were 3 of them back to back to back.
Yeah, Eli's had tough luck. He's been the final out in 2 big innings or potential big innings for Bowling Green so far.
He waves at that one. It's strike 1. That runner at third base, Lucas Jennings, he could knock him in here. This one popped high on the infield. Calling everyone off is Kuntz. He records out number 3 by catching that fly ball. But Bowling Green tacks on 2 more. It's 8-0. You're listening to Area High School Baseball on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Cliff and Cara at Show Me Caviar and State Farm in Pittsfield.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
The Clopton Hawks, they have some work to do as they trail Bowling Green 8-0. It's senior night here at Bowling Green High School. Alex Miller, he came in to pitch in the top of the 4th inning, so this will be his 2nd inning of work. He was able to record 3 outs rather quickly, Alex Miller style. But getting the start today was Camden Fisher, and he did a great job as well in his 3 innings of work.
Sometimes cameras lie. I thought that gentleman just sitting down in the back row on the third or the first base side of the party decks was climbing the backstop, but he was just standing there. It's raised. He was talking to the umpire. It's lower. Gave the optical illusion because he was hanging on with both hands that he was climbing the netting.
It's not lack of sleep, right?
No.
Okay, this one's grounded back up the middle. Going to have to be quick. The second baseman comes up with it, Lucas Dick, and he gets the out just by a step there. As recording for out number 1, that was James Matheny.
So that one will go 1-4-3 on the putout.
Was right back at Miller. Kind of got booted around.
Yes, slowed it down. Dick had to really hurry.
That first pitch into Malik Marshall is into the dirt and to the backstop. Ball 1. Marshall had a ground ball to shortstop, his last at bat. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner, 1-1 with
fastball.
1 out. Yeah. He has to come back with something. He's been a little bit all over the place. This one is hit back to Miller. He's able to get a glove on it on the big hop. He pretty much runs it over to Lucas Jennings and then decides to toss it to him. That's out number 2.
I'm going to say Alex come in and been effectively wild because the pitches that are going to the screen and stuff are in counts that really don't hurt him.
I think that's the best way that you can possibly describe it.
Yeah.
With 2 outs at the plate is
Mikey Mayaro.
He swung at the first one. It took a hop, but it is strike 1. Next to Mayaro. He swings at that one. Maybe got a little bit of a tip as it moved pretty odd to get into the glove of Dane Dunn. So now 0-2. The next pitch. Try to get him to chase. That didn't work. 1-2. Good pitch, though.
Yeah, base is empty, 2 outs. Yeah, it was a good chase pitch. My arrow just wasn't biting on it.
1-2. And strike 3. Caught him looking. We're headed to the bottom of the fifth inning here on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Ackles Farm Market, and Northeast Missouri Title Company.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Coming in to pitch in this ball game is Adam Matheny for the Clopton Hawks. He's getting loose, and it looks like Jarrett is going to stay at shortstop. Tucker Salmons is at third base. So pretty much that infield stays the same, except it looks like Tyler Kuntz is over at first base.
So we're going to have Adam Matheny come in, and I think James Matheny come out unless he is taking a spot somewhere in the outfield, which is 4.6 miles away from our broadcast position.
Roughly.
Yeah. I just have to check left field. I can't find him, though. He's almost in the shortstop position. Behind a pole.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's still Ferguson out there. So, one Matheny in the lineup replaces the other.
So, it'll be 8-9-1 for the Bobcats. If they're able to put on 2 here, that would be ball game. That would be ball game. So, 8-9-1, they had a little bit of trouble their second time around. Their first at-bats worked out pretty well for Dunn and Huber, but last 2 were strikeouts. So we'll see how this one goes, especially with a new pitcher on the bump.
Dunn, Huber, and Potter.
The first pitch from Matheny, wild.
Yeah, he definitely lost his release point there. I think he lost his landing spot.
Well, we saw a little bit of that in his warm-ups.
He looked back at the rubber like, what'd you do to me?
This one is lined hard by Dane Dunn. Floating back and making the catch is Lindsay. It was right at him. Just had to take a few steps back.
So loud out. Dunn is retired. Huber comes to the plate.
Did you ever figure out whose walk-up song this was?
No, and it's killing me.
I was like, he's either silently keeping it from me or he has no idea still.
Was it a Charlton? I think it was a Charlton.
This one is lined down that right field line, but tails foul.
I'm surprised no one's messaged me with the correct answer yet.
Wrong answers only.
Yeah.
So 1 strike on the batter, Huber. Make it 1 ball, 1 strike. The next. This one is hit hard down that third base line and just over the glove of Tyler Kuntz. It's going to run all the way into left field. And going and trying to take second base is Huber. It was a last-second decision. He gets in there safely before the throw is corralled by my arrow.
Yeah, Tucker Salmons, he reached for it, may have gotten the tip of the glove on it, but ends up being a 2-base hit for the number 9 man. And now Gavin Potter represents the game-ending run at home plate.
So at the top of the lineup, that one bounces in for ball 1.
It seems like Matheny would be hard to square up the way he's going out there right now.
He's got a really wide start.
Mm-hmm.
1-0. This one is lined into left field. Blocking the sun and making the grab is Ferguson. That's 2 outs.
Now batting number 1, Camden Fisher.
So Fish will try and keep this inning going ahead of the big boppers in Miller and Jennings.
Looking for a hit here. He reached his last time on an error. This one on the outside corner, it's a strike. Strike 1.
Yeah, a couple of ground outs there, so he's 0 for 3. Moved a couple of runners over. Like you said, reached on the air.
Huber has his jump at second base. He's pretty close. Woo, and that one wild, but held on to by Jarrett.
Jarrett's like, I started this game as the pitcher. I'm not seeing this right. Don't spin me around like that.
But Huber is maybe 2 steps off the bag.
Yeah.
He's staying pretty close. Next pitch to Fish. This one fouled back to the screen. So he'll step out.
Down in the count, 0-2.
Work on some practice swings before stepping in. I'm going to out him a little bit. He really loves MLB The Show. And the rumor is that he plays MLB The Show every game day.
Every game day.
That's like his superstition. If he doesn't play, then like he's not gonna play well.
Huh.
And apparently he's pretty good. He's doing a pretty good campaign. So.
Does he bring this to school?
I have no idea. I don't know if he's getting up early enough to do it or like if he has a handheld device that he's using. I have no idea. But this is what he tells me.
Okay.
2-2 the count to Fish. This one is hit hard. A big bounce over to third base. And a nice grab and a nice toss to first. And Kuntz holds on. That's out number 3. We're headed to the top of the 6th on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Advanced Physical Therapy, Rick Rodhouse Insurance Agency, and Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic.
Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice is seeking compassionate nurses to join our work family. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and flexible scheduling. Don't wait. Apply today at pikecountyhealth.org.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Top of the 6th inning at Bowling Green High School. Things are moving pretty quick today.
Uh-huh. Including the pitching changes. They're coming fast and furious. Miller and Gavin Potter switch spots. So Potter's the new pitcher. Miller is the new center fielder. And that is all the changes this time around after the merry-go-round, the last pitching change.
So have all seniors pitched this game?
Yes,
Maybe that was their request.
Yeah.
Like, we want to win, but we all want to pitch. And coach was like, we'll see if we can make it happen.
That's how it has happened, and Clopton has put 3 different players on the bump as well. And we're in the 6th inning. So this game moving right along. Started just before 5 o'clock. It's only 6:13 now. 8-0 Bobcats. Number 9 hitter up for the Hawks.
So starting things off is Tucker Salmons. First pitch from Potter is wild. That's the same pitch that came out of the hand of Matheny to start the bottom of the 5th.
Equally wild throw back, and Gavin Potter had to jump and make a snow cone catch to keep that from going to the second baseman.
Just trying to make sure that you're awake out there. This one is lined into center field, having to take a couple steps back is Miller. He's able to collect it pretty quickly and easily. That's out number 1.
Yeah, he took a step forward and then had to take about 3 steps back. Getting used to his new position. He started in left, went to pitcher, and now the center fielder. It's all different looks, and he made the adjustment and made the catch.
So that's just the second time through the lineup for the Hawks. Back to the top with Genowine, who has seen the ball well today.
Yeah, he's already been on base a couple of times. Got stranded at third his first time around. Got stranded at second last time up. And Clopton still looking for their first run of the ball game.
1 out with Genowine at the plate. He was guessing on that pitch. Guessed wrong as that ball bounced past Dane Dunn. It's first strike on the batter.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Base is empty and 1 down.
This one's fouled back towards us. It's going to get down and a lucky fan. We'll get to pick that up.
Unlucky because I'll have to return it.
Now 1-2. Ooh.
Yeah, bottom dropped out of it, and that's why it's not a strike.
Good pitch from Potter.
Yeah, real good pitch.
So Genowine will get to see another 2-2. And this one is hit down that third baseline and at the last second runs foul. So we'll try it all again.
Yeah, he was just trying to stay alive, almost ended up with a freebie base hit there. Just stuck the bat out.
So Potter gets his sign. I'm set, Rocks. He's ready to go. This one is off the end of the bat, foul.
Yeah, he just flung it out there again, put the bat head out. We saw Griggsville Perry do that yesterday, and to great success.
If you can work a count the way you want it and see pitches you want to see, kudos to you. 2-2. This one is hit on the ground at third base, making the stop, but in foul territory was Gibson.
About 2 steps foul. I think if that were any faster, he would have let it go.
Same spot. This one gets past Gibson. Still foul. And the left fielder
says nope. No part of that one.
It's Grody out there.
Am I supposed to go get that? I'm a first baseman. I don't know what's going on.
I'm thinking it may have went to the tunnel, the little for their tarp.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, yeah, not me. Somebody else crawl.
There might be snakes in there.
He's still throwing his hands up. 3-2.
That one in the dirt.
Mice is typically what you find in those.
Hey, there may be a skunk.
Wouldn't be the first time this season. That one is fouled off of the shin guard and then off of the knee of Genowine.
That was a really funky bounce. Like he almost missed it the first time and hit it the second time.
Yeah, it was really odd. So 3-2. They continue their battle. 1 out with nobody on. And freezes him. Back goes out, hands go up. He's frozen. Strike 3.
And he is not happy and actually turns around to the home plate umpire, Genowine does. And I think we're going to have another change. Dunn comes out of the ball game. We've got a new catcher. That is, well, the number is covered.
Attention fans, now in the
So it looks like a 2.
Trevor Potter.
Trevor Potter. So that's pretty neat that Gavin gets to pitch to Trevor.
So brothers, siblings out here. With 2 outs. Gavin on the bump. Trevor behind the plate.
And a ball low.
The batter at the plate
Is not a Potter.
No, it's Tyler Kuntz. This one is chopped, and they're going to say foul. Looked
Yeah,
like
it
it
went
was
off his
the,
foot.
Yeah, I was going to say that front foot.
Saved him from an easy 1-3 put out.
It was a little delayed in the call, but he'll head back to the batter's box. 1-1. This one is grounded slowly to third base. Coming up with it and making the throw to first for the out is Zach Gibson. We are headed to the bottom of the sixth. It's 8-0. Bowling Green leads Clopton on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Castile's Color Wheel, PJ Salon, and Meyer Implement Company.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
On every journey, you should enjoy peace of mind. I'm Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We take pride in keeping you protected. That's why we offer discounts for good students, safe driving, and more. Trust us to look out for the road ahead. For a free insurance quote on your home, auto, farm, or ATV needs, give myself or
Shelley Clucky
a call today. Pike County Mutual Insurance Company, on the square in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bottom of the sixth inning. Bowling Green leading Clopton 8-0 on Eagle 102. No pitching change this time.
Yeah, we made it through a half inning without a pitching change. Maybe they'll do it after one batter.
We'll see how that goes. It's Miller, Jennings, Chandler. If anybody gets on, it'll be Zach Gibson. Just like last inning, if Bowling Green puts up 2 runs, this game comes to an end. So trying to avoid that is the Hawks. Matheny out on the bump.
Trying to see who Coach Francis is talking to see if there's going to be another pitching change here shortly or not.
Is that Kuntz? It is, because that's James Matheny at first base.
Yeah. So Kuntz came out of the game?
I think so.
Oh, Salmons is pitching now.
Oh, my
Kuntz
goodness.
comes out. We did have a pitching change. You spoke too soon.
I know. So we have a pitching change. Salmon's pitching. Looks like Matheny is at first base. Is it Adam or is it James?
Now batting, number 3.
Adam is the first baseman now, number 9.
Okay.
He came in last inning and pitched.
Yeah.
So Tucker Salmons is the pitcher. Kuntz comes out of the ball game.
Third base is Tyler Jarrett.
Mikey Mayaro moves from second to short.
This one is fouled off the bat of Miller. And Weston Travis catching for the Hawks. So lots of changes.
Yeah.
We'll try to keep those straight if we can.
Nope.
This one is hit high down that left field line. Going back, and it's at the wall. It's going to be a fair ball. Gibson is slowly trotting into second base. Or, excuse me, Miller is slowly trotting into second base. So, nice shot.
Yeah, it was about 5 feet short of a home run here on a no-win day. And that was...
just continued to carry.
Yeah, major league height. Just didn't have quite the distance.
Brings in Lucas Jennings.
He'll drive him in.
Hit into right field, making the catch and almost falling over is Malik Marshall.
Yeah, I can't believe he made that catch. I think it actually came out of his glove into his bare hand.
He's had some trouble with that line over there. The line is only painted on. There's no reason to fall over there, but he has had some trouble. Must be a divot out there in the grass, which wouldn't be uncommon. But that's the first out recorded in the bottom of the sixth inning. This one is slapped into left field. It'll get down. It's going to get past the left fielder. Coming around to score is Alex Miller. He'll be in there safely. And at second base
just
is
switch
Chandler.
spots.
Yep.
So now the game-ending runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. And Gibson could end this ball game.
He's had a single to right field today, and this one is popped right back towards us. Hit the bleachers behind us, maybe? Or did it carry?
It carried.
Man.
I think it actually hit the other bleachers, in that tall grass under the bleachers now.
So 1 strike on the batter, Gibson, and that hits him. So that's the second time he's been hit today. Take the magnet out of your pocket.
Yeah.
I think it's hidden in the Evo shield.
Yeah. They do that just to sell more Evo shields. See, it's protecting you.
Is that why you bought it?
It's all a scam.
Eli Grody, he's been at the end of some bad luck this afternoon. He foul tips that one. It's held on to.
On that one trip around the base pads, remember Scotty got hit 4 times?
Oh, my goodness.
He was wearing every Evo shield they had.
Big swing there again from Eli Grody. He's just taking his head off the ball. He's kind of just in his own headspace. He's struggling today.
You have those kind of days.
Mm-hmm. Taking off on the pitch as the runner.
Yep.
And no, they're going to come around to score. In safely on a ball that was thrown into left field. Bobcats walk this one off. That's Walker Chandler. 10-0. So we'll wrap this one up with the post-game show next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Veolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Final in 6 innings. It's the Bowling Green Bobcats 10 and the Clopton Hawks nothing. An odd way to end it. You get the strikeout of Eli Grody. You try for the strike him out, throw him out at third. Ball gets through the third baseman and into left field. And that's it. The runner comes home on the error to make it a 10-0 win for the home team this afternoon.
Yeah, and definitely an odd series of events to end this ball game, as you mentioned. But it's just kind of how that game went throughout the course of the afternoon.
10-0 is our final. Bowling Green scored a run in the first, 5 in the second, 2 more in the fourth inning, and 2 in the sixth to put a wraps on this one early and get the early exit. 10-0, the final in this conference game over the Clopton Hawks, and these two teams will meet again in the final game of the regular season on Monday. Bowling Green has a game tomorrow, moved from Friday to Thursday. We'll tell you about that. We'll tell you where we're going to be tomorrow when we wrap up the postgame for you next on Eagle 102.
Game of the Week coverage brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Sun Window Company, and Center Locker Service.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities, because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud, on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
On senior night, Bowling Green defeats Clopton 10-0, and they're starting the senior night festivities. And again, congratulations on a great career to Camden Fisher, Gavin Potter, and Alex Miller. And a nice moment there at the end where Gavin came into pitch, and then they brought in his little brother, Trevor, right, to catch the final 2 outs of his performance here this afternoon. All the seniors got into pitch for the Bobcats today in a 10-0 win. Bowling Green's game against Warrenton that was scheduled for Friday has been moved to Thursday, so tomorrow it'll be a 4:30 first pitch, and then they'll wrap up the regular season on Monday at Clopton in the end of this back-to-back or home and home before starting the Class 4 District 6 tournament on the 12th of May. And Clopton, they have actually they'll be in the they'll play Van Far tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Then they'll play in the Bell Invitational against Bourbon and Bell over the weekend before wrapping up against Bowling Green. Then they'll open the Class 2 District 5 tournament on the 11th against Westran.
Yes, and so they definitely have some work cut out for them, and they're getting prepared for the district, and they came in as the 3 seed. So the Hawks took a tough loss today, but they still have some time to improve before district baseball takes place.
Where are we going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow afternoon, we will be at Payson Seymour High School as the Pittsfield Sockies will be taking on Payson Seymour, so that is at 4:15 pregame, 4:30 first pitch. So that's baseball action headed your way tomorrow on Eagle 102.
All right, the final again in this one, Bowling Green 10, Clopton nothing. For Maddie, this is Mark saying we'll see you for more baseball tomorrow right here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio. You're listening.